Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Today we're going to talk about procrastination, how to avoid it, and how to achieve more in less time.
You're listening to the Productive Not Busy podcast, where our mission is to make you more money so you'll have less stress and more free time. It's all about mindset, attitude, and taking action. And your host, Wayne Weathersby, knows how to make that happen. He's negotiated and closed over $150 million in contracts while building businesses with proven success strategies that he wants to share with you. So if you're ready to make some real money, then let's get to it. Here's Coach Wayne.
Procrastination, it's a killer. So let's set the scene here. Imagine it's another Friday working on your computer in your office, only to find that you've only got 45 minutes left to finish up all your tasks. So you start working on your report, but your eyes keep kind of glancing at the clock. Midway through the report, you receive your emails. You get the notification. There you see you have 15 new messages waiting on you. You immediately open the messages. You read them all. And then you continue working on the report. See, before long, you realize you've spent 30 minutes on nothing. You may not need to imagine this scenario if you've experienced this at work or school or even at home. You may have also felt how hard it was to be productive when everything gets in your way every day, right? The harder you try to have a large project done, the more distractions you encounter, slower your internet is, right? Most likely procrastination. Procrastination is a big issue. So what can you do to avoid procrastinating and get more done in less time? Well, I've got a couple tips for you. Start with the smaller goals. Studies show that we procrastinate the most when we have significant goals. When you start with large project, you feel overwhelmed and your initiative starts kind of wane off a little bit. If you start with a smaller goal, say 10-minute task, you feel more confident that you can accomplish that, which increases your productivity mentally, especially. So try utilizing the activation energy technique. One way to avoid procrastinating on essential tasks is getting us and setting a timer for a set period that might appear short to you, but don't set the timer so short that you can't get through it, right? Instead of setting the timer for 15 or 20 minutes, let yourself get through the task, right? So let me say that again. Instead, set the timer for 15 to 20 minutes and let yourself get through the task. Setting a timer for a brief period like this and shutting all other distractions down for that period forces you to stay focused while knowing that you have a deadline. I want you to arrange your tasks. If you tend to get easily distracted, try to arrange your tasks so that they interact with each other. For example, if you might put tasks next to each other on a piece of paper, this activity helps you avoid wasting time going back and forth between jobs. Arranging the things that you keep and you need to accomplish in an orderly fashion motivates you and makes you more likely to complete them quickly, or at least on time, even if your tasks are not that exciting. Why don't you incorporate a reward into your goals? I was looking at some research and it showed that rewards help motivate us to follow through on our goals. For example, you might set a goal to complete a task in a specific period. If you can accomplish that plan, you reward yourself with a prize, right? Something to drink, something to eat, a toy, a hobby, something. Incorporating rewards not only motivates you, but also sets you up for long-term success. It also causes your brain to associate the rewards to accomplishing the task, which helps you make it more likely that you will complete a similar job in the future. Brain's a funny thing, man. Powerful. Next, get some help. One of the biggest reasons for procrastinating is feeling overwhelmed. But sometimes not all the tasks on your list need to be handled by you. You can enlist the help of others by delegating some of your tasks. You might want to write a book, but you might feel intimidated by the writing process. So you could ask someone more experienced to help you draft the book's outline, and then you can work on that outline and finish writing the book as a team. See what I'm saying? Getting help doesn't mean you're weak. It simply means that you want to take action. Safety in numbers. Procrastination is one of the biggest obstacles to productivity, even for the most successful people. But when you take the action and turn procrastination into productive work, you'll find that your goals are possible and that you're able to achieve them. It's amazing. Procrastination is one of the biggest excuses that I hear. And it's not really a good one, right? What does procrastination mean? The action of delaying or postponing something. Okay. It's an interesting thing to think about because we all do it, because we all have stuff that we don't like to do. So we come up with reasons not to do it. No matter how well organized and committed you are, chances are that you've found yourself writing, flitting away for hours on trivial pursuits, watching TV, updating your Facebook status, shopping online when you should have been spending that time on your schoolwork or a work related project. Remember when that time that you thought you had a week left to finish a project and it was really due the next day? Or how about the time that you decided not to clean your apartment or your house because you didn't feel like doing it right this second? See, we often assume that projects won't take as long to finish as they really do, which can lead to a false sense of security when we believe that we still have plenty of time to complete the task. One of the biggest factors contributing to procrastination is the notion that we have to feel inspired or motivated to work on the task at a particular moment. See, the reality is that if you wait until you're in the right frame of mind to do certain tasks, especially the undesirable ones, you will probably find that the right time simply never comes along and the task never gets completed. The present bias is a phenomenon observed in the human behavior that may result in procrastination. The present bias means that we tend to be motivated by more immediate gratification or rewards than we are by long-term rewards. This is why it feels good in the moment to procrastinate. For example, the immediate reward for staying in bed and watching TV is more appealing than the long-term reward of publishing a blog post or a new book or a podcast episode, which would take much longer to accomplish. And believe it or not, procrastination can be a result of depression. Feelings of hopelessness, helplessness, and lack of energy and all that good stuff can make it difficult to start and finish the simplest of tasks. Depression can also lead to self-doubt, inner critic. When you can't figure out how to tackle a project or feel insecure about your abilities, you might find it easier to put it off. Right? So why do we procrastinate? Well, we often come up with a number of excuses for, trying to rationalize and justify our behavior, right? There's 15 key reasons why people say they procrastinate, right? Not knowing what needs to be done, not knowing how to do something, not wanting to do it at all, not caring if it gets done, not caring when something does get done, not feeling in the mood to do it, being in the habit of waiting until the last minute, believing that you work better under pressure. I've heard that one. Thinking that you can finish it in, with moments to spare, lacking the initiative to get started, forgetting, blaming sickness, health, family, friends, allergies, waiting for the right moment, needing time to think about the task. And actually, there's two types of procrastination: passive procrastination and active procrastination. See, the passive procrastinator, they delay the task because they have trouble making decisions and acting on them. Active procrastinators delay the task purposely because working under pressure allows them to feel challenged and motivated. Right? There's all kinds of definitions for procrastination based on different behavioral styles and all this other mumbo jumbo. Right? The perfectionist. The perfectionist puts off a task out of fear of not being able to complete a task perfectly. Or you have the dreamer, right? Puts off tasks because they're not good at paying attention to detail. The defier doesn't believe someone should dictate their time schedule, right? And so forth and so on. There is a negative impact to procrastination for sure, though, right? In cases where procrastination becomes chronic and begins to have a serious impact on someone's life on a daily basis, that becomes more of a serious issue. In those instances, it's not just a matter of having poor time management skills, it's a major part of their lifestyle. So, perhaps they pay their bills late, or they don't work on big projects until the night before the deadline, or they delay gift shopping until, the day before a birthday party or something. Unfortunately, the procrastination can have a serious impact on a number of areas of your life, including the person's mental health, social life, professional life, financial life. Right? Gives you higher levels of stress, which makes you more susceptible to illness, increased burden placed on social relationships. Right? Well, how do you overcome a procrastination problem? Well, you might want to make a list. Unfortunately, or fortunately, there's a number of ways that you can fight procrastination and start getting things done on time. So I want you to consider these just random thoughts. Make a to-do list to keep you on track. Now, here's the thing. Consider placing a due date next to each one of them and prioritizing them. The problem with a paper to-do list is they're not necessarily in order of importance. You write them in the order that they come to your brain. Big difference. Next, you want to take baby steps. Break down the items on your list into small, manageable steps so that your tasks don't seem so overwhelming. Be cognizant and recognize the warning signs too. Pay attention to any thoughts of procrastination and do your best to resist that urge. If you begin to think about procrastinating, force yourself to spend a few minutes working on a task. Right? The little rubber message bands that people wear around their wrists. I know a lot of people that snap those. As soon as they have an inner critic thought, they snap it. Or their brain starts wandering when they should be working on something, they snap it. Right? Kind of just like a little jolt. I want you to eliminate your distractions also. Ask yourself what pulls your attention away the most, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, emails, the TV. Turn off all of that. Actually, my coach is actually considered and is testing the waters with me pulling all of the social media apps off of my phone. Interesting thought. Pat yourself on the back when you're done with a task too. When you finish an item on your to-do list, congratulate yourself, reward yourself, do something, high five yourself. Find something fun about it. It'll change your brain. Hope you guys have a great day. Be safe. Take care. Sell a bunch. Find somebody and say something nice. Be safe.
You've been listening to the Productive Not Busy podcast with Coach Wayne. Join us next time for more money-making strategies to help you have less stress and more free time. Follow us on Facebook at Productive Not Busy, on Instagram at frontline.coach.wayne, and on Twitter at Wayne New Jr. And remember, be productive, not busy.